I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everyone. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days, where we give you a full dish of this week's episodes of NBC's award-winning hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by my usual gaggle of gals. We have to my far left.
Hey, Michael Mattes.
And, of course...
Hey, everyone, Chelsie Overocker.
I almost feel like when we introduce Chelsea, we should do, like, some, like, princess, like, presidential, like, theme underneath.
Chelsie Overocker.
That's brilliant.
And, of course, dashing in burgundy, or maroon. It's maroon.
It's maroon. We'll go maroon.
Yes.
Hey, everyone, Tami Goveia.
And, of course, we have some very special guests sitting in on our show today. The woman that started it all, my mom, is here joining us today, along with her best friend, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Thanks for joining and sitting in, Mom. You are responsible for all of this.
All this.
All of it.
And thank you guys for watching live and taking time out from the Super Bowl or the start of the Super Bowl or you getting ready for the Super Bowl to watch our little lovely show. If you haven't already, make sure you like us and follow us on all social media platforms. We are DISHIN Days on the Facebook and the Instagram and _ DISHIN Days on the Twitter. The @ is still implied. And if you're listening to us on the Apple Podcast, hello podcast listeners, thank you for listening, and make sure you give us 5 stars and leave a comment, because some of y'all ain't left a comment in so long.
In a while, yeah.
That I done forgot what comments look like on there. So make sure you leave us a lovely comment. Make sure you say you like it and love it and want more of it, because that's how we are. And if you are a lover of all soaps, make sure you tune into the other soap opera recaps that we have. We have Restless Rap for Young and the Restless, GH Report for General Hospital, and today we had the Bold Breakdown right before our show, kicking things off this week. How was it?
It was great. Yeah. It's been tough because the whole month, we've been gone a month, and so much has happened.
That's a lot to talk about.
It was a lot, but it was all good.
And, of course, it's with Tami Goveia and, of course, my chocolate twin, James Lott Jr., so make sure you take a look at that.
Where'd those donuts go? I saw a box of donuts.
You wanted a donut.
Those Randy donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James Lott Jr. took those donuts home and most likely is already home in bed eating the donut.
Respect.
Shout out to James Lott Jr. And, of course, for all of your soap opera news, take a look at Soap News Weekly every Thursday at 6:15 p.m. live right here. Look at that. I remembered because there was that one week I saw that Soap Opera News Weekly, and I was like, wait, what's the name again?
That show.
Yeah, that show. All right, so what did we think about, well, we were talking already this week what we thought.
I think we kind of did the breakdown before the show even started.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I admitted that because normally I don't start watching the episodes until later on in the week, but because my mom was in town and I literally had her and Kathy running around LA, I was like, let me watch the episodes. Yeah. And so then today I was like, I don't remember what I watched.
Yeah.
I don't know what I saw.
There was a lot for me. I did, because I binge on Saturdays and Sundays, so it's fresh in my mind, but there was still a lot that I'm like, I had to go back when I was doing the rundown and be like, oh yeah, they were on. Oh yeah, they were on.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of snooze moments for me.
Oh.
I thought Monday through Thursday was pretty good. For some reason, Friday's episode, I was like, I'm not feeling it. And you think for Friday, I want it to be great. Not that it was a bad episode, but to lead into Monday. But Monday and Thursday was really solid. And then Friday just kind of felt more like a, kind of episode.
Friday felt like a time jump.
Yeah.
Because suddenly things were happening. It was like, wait, what?
Oh, yeah, suddenly.
The Prague people were back in Salem, and the Salem people were in Prague.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like at the beginning, I was like, oh, wait, Princess Gina's with John now, and Stephen O's with Marlena. It was kind of a little,
There was a lot happening.
A lot.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Would be a good word.
Yeah. Look at you.
See?
SAT.
Vocabulary.
All right, well, let's break it on down. It's now time to start
DISHIN Days.
Yay! All right, let's kick things off with our first storyline. John, Marlena, Gina, Stephen-O, Dr. Rolf, and all these other people.
Yeah.
All these other people.
Okay, so I don't even know where to start.
I know, because so much happened this week.
Well, because it's the whole plan of Stephen O taking John over to Prague to hunt for Stefano, and Hope, Princess Gina, is supposed to protect Marlena.
Right.
I was just, y'all know me, I'm just a fan with open arms, and I was just like, all right, let's just see how.
I know, that was something you kind of had to go with, because like the recent history of Hope with John and Marlena, why would they agree to that? Like I was questioning, like, okay, why would they agree to that Hope, because they're kind of at odds with Hope a little bit. Like, was something rectified that we didn't see?
Well, Marlena did say, well, she is the police commissioner. I don't even think she's convinced of, like, why is this even happening? I don't even think Marlena's convinced.
They're just kind of like, they're fans with open arms too. They're just like, okay.
Like, okay.
I'll just kind of go with it. Yeah, even Marlena, when Princess Gina, Hope, was in the room with her, just saying, we got to get you out, we got to move you now. Marlena's like, okay. And then she got really suspicious when Princess Gina said, well, Rafe is now part of Stefano.
Oh, when she said that, I was like...
You really think she's going to believe that?
But I was
really?
like, girl, you are reaching.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You are reaching for the stars and not grabbing one of them. Because that's what it felt like.
It's like.
Because why, like, the story that Princess Gina was coming up with, I was even kind of like, he shows no signs of being someone who is aware of what's happening with Stefano. But I felt like Marlena was kind of suspicious about it the whole time. But Rafe called her to warn her, because after they figured out that Hope might be Princess Gina or is Princess Gina, Rafe called and she saw the call. Princess Gina said, don't answer, but she listened to the voicemail. And then that's when Princess Gina revealed herself.
Was anyone else like screaming for Marlena to lock the door when Hope left? I was like, lock the door. And she just stood there like, and she even went over to the door, and I was like, she's gonna lock it. Nope, she did. She was just making sure that Hope Gina was out of the way so she could listen to the voicemail. And then I was happy because I was like, oh, she's going to hear the voicemail, and it's going to be, we found out something about Hope, call us back. Like, not reveal.
Not the whole thing,
But yeah, so then the voicemail revealed that they think, because of Sean, who we need to talk about, the brains of this whole operation.
Yes.
5 minutes.
And Chelsea called it.
5 minutes. Walked in.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, walked in after a long flight from Hong Kong, had a 2-minute interaction with Princess Hope Gina, and all of a sudden was like, yeah, that woman's not my mom.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like...
And Rafe's like, well, if it's not Hope,
she's Princess Gina. She's been
who do you think it is?
Figured out the whole thing. And it was just like, okay, they've been sitting here a whole year being like, Hope's acting strange. Blah, 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 blah.
She's under a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Well, I knew, because Rafe probably is the closest to Hope right now, and Sierra's just busy with Ben. But Sean even made to a point by saying, you know, you were on the right track by thinking something's wrong with Hope, but you don't have the history with Princess Gina that I do. And he even went back to that night where Princess Gina held him at gunpoint at that wedding.
And that was really Princess Gina.
That was really Princess Gina.
Okay.
The real Princess Gina.
Real Princess Gina as Hope.
Yes.
As Hope, yeah.
And yeah, I knew when Sean was coming back on the canvas, I'm like, he's going to be the one to figure it out, because he has the most history with her. And right away, when she walked into the room, he looked at her like, yep, that's definitely
Well, she didn't even see it. She walked in and didn't even
Can you
acknowledge
talk
him.
about a faux pas?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
She's sloppy.
Oh my God.
She paid no attention. She went straight to Rafe, and Sean's face was just kind of like,
Hey,
you
Mom.
don't...
What's up?
Hello?
Hey, girl.
You don't see me?
Did Rafe ever have interaction with Princess Gina?
I don't think so.
No.
That was before Rafe came on the canvas. But everybody in Salem
Has
had some sort of
Marlena,
interaction with,
yeah.
and
Especially Marlena
John.
and John. Well, yeah, because they... that submarine, remember?
That what?
When they were in the submarine? John and Hope? Or Gina and whoever John was supposed to be?
Oh, the pawn?
Yeah.
Remember they... You know,
Yeah, I remember that
I
scene.
don't remember.
with the champagne and everything?
Yeah.
It was
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
dirty.
Oh, well,
They
I
got
mean,
down.
Dirty martini.
it is a soap.
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, John should have... You would think John would pick up on it.
well, John should have picked up on it with their interactions, unless he just doesn't remember any of that.
I mean, his history, like, he didn't know Susan was Kristen, or wasn't Kristen. You know what I mean?
Well,
So he never been the brightest bulb.
Well, I mean, who is the brightest bulb around there?
All the men in Salem. Brady didn't know that Nicole was Kristen.
Until
they ain't thinking with the brains.
Until they made love, he was just kind of like, seems familiar. That's when like the Kristen memories came back for him.
Mm-hmm. So I was confused. Like I didn't know. It took me a minute to figure out. Okay, what is this plan that Gina and Stephen-O have? And I'm like, oh, okay, they're making.
They're making it seem like the other ones are dead.
Right.
Yeah. Which, when Dr. Ralph revealed himself as John is like hanging there.
Yeah.
And then Stephen-O is there, and then he shoots.
I know.
And all John's reaction is no. And I'm like, you're not gonna like jump, or you're not gonna scream, or you're not gonna like do like. I just felt like if we were standing next to each other, and someone went like pow pow pow, like would your reaction just be oh no? Like it would be
you would run over to the person
or something, right?
Yeah.
You mean run over to you?
Or do something. There would just be
I wouldn't
a big
be running
reaction.
toward the gun.
Right, but there would just be a big reaction.
Yeah.
Like John's reaction was a little like
just too.
Do you see your friend getting?
Well, and I was like, okay, does John know what's going on? Does he know like this plan? But then
No.
I feel like
No.
yeah, exactly,
No.
And, so.
But I knew that when Rolf did that, I'm like, oh, he's got a little pouch in there, and it's pretend. I knew.
I wasn't
I didn't
sure.
think he really shot him.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think just overall, the reason John acted the way he did is because he even had hesitations with his partner, and I think with all that emotions, wondering what is into him, and then now he's shot. He's just like, no, this what is going on? This just doesn't make any sense.
One other thing that happens is like,
And-
what?
Yeah, and it's not like they had the best interactions since Stephen-O has been back in town. John has been slowly questioning him, and especially after the way Stephen-O spoke to Tony and Anna.
That was a really great scene.
That was.
I really like that.
He was just thinking, what is going on? And then after finding Stefano's ring, it's just when he got shot, I think his reaction was like, what is just going on here? He's not, my partner's not acting like he's supposed to. And then Rolf shows up. He was just, I think, just baffled by the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, that was the whole thing. He was starting to become suspicious, especially after that conversation, because Stephen-O just got so fed up with Anna bashing
Oh my God,
Stefano.
it was so funny that accent
You
came out.
insufferable woman.
Yeah.
And it's like, and John like had a point at the fact that Tony has had some contact with Stefano. Like even though it was months, it's still like a part of the trail that they're supposedly on the hunt for, and no one could figure out why it was seeming like Steven Patch was defending Stefano. And then that's when John became suspicious, and that's when he went through his bag and then found the ring, and then there was like some sort of explanation about the ring.
The explanation was that Andre had it, gave it. Kate got it when Andre died. Tried to give it to Chad. Chad didn't want it, so he got it from Kate. I think that was the explanation.
And John was still kind of like, what?
And he was like, Steve's defense for having the ring was like, oh, I'm going to use it. I thought we could use it to lure Stefano so he could take back his ring.
So what was he going to do? Like
leave
it on the counter somewhere and go and like stake out to see if
that
if
I
he's
know.
gonna
He didn't
come
go
in?
into detail about how he was going to use it to lure, but that was his umbrella plan, I guess. His umbrella explanation.
I don't think
and
that
Steve was like,
that would
okay.
work. Although, I mean, people can lure me anywhere with a 2-piece and a biscuit and a mashed potato.
I passed Popeyes on the way here, and I was like, I think that's
Yum.
dinner. Because I'm hungry.
Lucky
Speaking
you.
of.
Well, I can't have any of that right now. Long story. But anyway. It sounds so good right now. Anyway. So now the plan, I guess, is working? Question mark?
guess. But
Well,
then Kate's in the mix.
Kate's
when
in the
she
mix, but
finds
I
out
just-
that they're in Prague, she's like, oh my gosh.
The whole Kate involvement thing, that's one of the moments that I just kind of tuned out. I'm like,
But the thing is, so this is where I see Kate. Kate is supposed to be involved. And what's happening is that Stephen-O and Princess Hope Gina are going off the rails. So that's why
yeah.
Kate went to Princess Hope Gina and was just kind of like, you need to tell me what the plan is, and you need to tell me now. And, you know, Princess Hope Gina was, you know, just kind of like, don't get in her way, because Kate threatened to just expose it all.
And then Hope Gina threatened her friends and family.
Yes. So then that put Kate in like a rut. But she did confess it to Hattie, which I was surprised about. But there was 2 seconds though where I was like, is this Hattie or is it Marlena?
They're talking about that in the chat room because apparently if you watched Friday's show on closed captioning,
yes,
when Marlena was on screen with Steve-O, it didn't say Marlena, it said Hattie as Marlena. So
really?
Either that's an error or a spoiler via closed caption.
Oh my gosh.
So that was I think Friday's episode.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe. Would it be interesting if Marlena and Hattie came up, like she did confront Marlena about everything, and they decide to switch, and that's really Hattie that's in. Oh no!
Wow.
But I also
it's been done before. They've switched them out before.
But I also
with little effort.
I also feel like when I was watching it closed caption, wasn't my fault. NBC decided to air the impeachment trials rather than Days of Our Lives on some days, so I had to watch it on the app. And the app decided that I guess I was hard of hearing and decided to put the closed caption. But it said Steven as Stefano whenever Stefano talked.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if that's just whoever the closed caption person that's like typing just wrote that.
Could be.
I don't know. I didn't watch that episode in closed caption because I think that episode I was able to watch on my DVR.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I guess
but for 2 seconds I did wonder if that.
You know what was funny?
Marlena.
Because I read that and then I watched the episode, so I was already in my mind. I was like, is that Marlena or is it Hattie? When Marlena was crying, I was like, Marlena doesn't cry like because she was kind of wailing like, and I was like that.
Like what?
Like it wasn't a Marlena cry. It wasn't
But she had real tears going.
But she had real tears, yeah.
So
I don't know. I guess we'll
Did
have
you
to.
expect that reaction out of her? Did you
No.
expect Marlena to be a little bit more emotional because she just found out her
It felt like it was forced emotion.
yeah, it felt like if I were Marlena, I would have thought we've been through way too much for this to actually be real. So,
Well, I know at some point with those two, they have to be like, is he really? You think like,
I don't think I would have accepted it quite so quickly.
Right.
I kind of was expecting Marlena to go, no, I still feel
him. Yeah.
I was waiting for that. So the cry, I was like, oh, she really thinks John is dead.
Yeah.
Like, you don't feel nothing? There's no premonition? There's no, your heart ain't beating like it used, like, there's something. There's, because in Salem, there's, everyone has a connection, and it's like, oh no, they're not really dead because I still feel them around.
Sound very French.
That's how Sammy was busted way back in the day when Eric came back to town. The twin thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, she's up to something, and that's how she was exposed.
So Sean, Rafe, and Roman are working together, right?
Three
So
Stooges.
Tony and Anna, the whole purpose was to just have Steve-O derail for a moment.
I guess, yeah. Derail in a big way.
Because they're pop-ins now too.
Yeah.
I think it was a way to have them pop into the storyline because it makes sense, but then to also kind of expose Steve-O because they needed something to make him look, like, whoa, this isn't what's happening here with you. So I think that was their use.
Okay.
And then I think they're off the canvas again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of hate that though.
I do too.
But poor Anna, she is just not having the best marriage right now with Tony. She was like, we're supposed to be taking a cooking class. I'm like, every time y'all are on the canvas, y'all are supposed to be doing something, yet y'all are dealing with something with Stefano or Demira Enterprises.
P.S. Can you see Tony in a cooking class? Like Anna, I can see but
I
Tony.
can see Teo.
I can see Teo.
Right?
I can see Anna enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
And Tony just kind of like
eating what she makes. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm like, when is this done? Although that response kind of sounds like Teo.
Yeah.
Well, no, because Teo would like to cook.
I can
Whatever.
see Teo in a cooking class.
Oh,
Well, of course.
Oh, yeah.
He loves to cook, but Tony, would Tony like a cooking class?
No.
Probably not. You know what? Tony would be on the phone dealing with Demira Enterprises during the cooking class. While Anna's like, pay
enjoying.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how
Chad
that
and
works.
Abigail. So now they're Chad and Abigail. So now they're gonna be living in the gay
Chad and
house.
Abigail were kind of a subplot because Chad's still trying to get the shares. There's still this the Demira shares that Kristen has.
Right.
Yes.
Chad wants him to get Gabby out. Kristen wants to keep them
because
keep Gabby at base so she can keep her job at Basic Black.
So that she can continue trying to get closer to Brady.
Right. And so now, they're going to move into the, what do they call it, the outhouse? Or not the outhouse, the gatehouse.
That's right.
Okay.
The gatehouse, which they cleaned up. Took them a year, but they cleaned it up. It looked a lot nicer than when Ben lived there and there was all kinds of junk laying around.
And they found the
portrait. That's the same place that Ben lived?
Yeah.
It doesn't look the same.
In the twin bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, but everything was covered. But the bed's still there.
Oh.
But like the walker, like the random walker that they showed in the background and all of like the tchotchkes are...
But isn't that where Jordan died?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am living there.
Well, they glossed over that part.
Absolutely not. Nope. Unless you tear it down and build it again. I'm not.
Well, they are talking renovations.
Renovations, yes.
But so they're staying at the house, so because I guess he has to stay on Demira property.
Yeah.
So that's the way of staying on Demira property, but not in the house.
Right.
Because they don't want to live in the house with Gabby.
Right.
But, well, they did find Stephen O's picture.
That's right,
so that
at the
was
very
kind
end.
of the big clue. But, not to get off topic, this could be, if they say at that gatehouse, it could put clues towards who really killed Jordan.
Well, I would, yeah.
If they're tearing that place
when
apart.
they started uncovering things, I thought, please don't let them find a clue. Like, if the police couldn't find it, let's not have Abigail happen to see something.
Send Sean Brady.
After
Send
a
Sean
year.
Douglas. Sean Douglas will have to solve in
Douglas
2
knows.
seconds.
But wait a minute. So that means that, okay, let's put this into perspective, and I know that this is the Salem PD. That means if they find a clue, that clue been sitting there for over a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That means somebody didn't do their job.
Exactly.
That means
Yeah.
somebody didn't comb through with a fine-tooth comb as they're supposed to do. I mean, I've never been a cop, played one once, watched a few episodes of Law and Order, but I know that you're supposed to like comb through the entire, scene, and then it's like, okay, now go about your day. So if they find a clue to Jordan's death over a year later, that's a problem.
It is.
It's probably Princess Gina that was on the case.
Yeah.
Well, Candace Mack in the chat room doesn't think Jordan's dead.
No.
So-
Okay.
Guess what Jordan is?
Dead.
Yep.
Dead.
No, did you hear about Jordan?
Oh,
Dead.
did you?
Oh, yeah. Dead.
Dead.
She is like she was laying there. Remember?
Yeah.
So you can't fake that.
I mean-
Listen, ain't nobody trying to switch Jordan. There's no lookalike for Jordan. We never established that.
Hattie doesn't have a niece that looks like Jordan.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Oh,
Can you imagine if Hattie had a niece that looked like Jordan
Okay,
and then they got
just
switched out?
Not to go off on a tangent, however,
Oh, yep, it's on your computer.
Chriselle Staus could totally play like Hattie's like bumpkin niece
Totally.
because
Oh,
she's from
yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
As like what was her Tammy Sue.
Tammy Sue, that's right.
Tammy Sue. Yeah, we ain't got no napkins in
Yeah, I
here.
know.
I'm so
I'm sorry.
sorry.
We gonna have to pray on it.
Paper towels incoming.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Ryan.
Thank you.
It's like the voice of God.
I got
He
very
saw it
excited
happen.
about that idea.
You did. You did. And listen, you can't mess up that computer.
And we have guests, of
That's-
course.
yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to mess that up because that costs a lot. Oh, thank you. Thank you,
you.
Bree. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, mind yourselves for a moment, please. Talk amongst yourselves.
But the best was Abigail's reaction when she pulled. First of all, she's strong because like that picture looked heavy.
Yeah.
And she like pulled it out, and then when she uncovered it, she was almost like, And I'm wondering if they'll figure it out because the pose is very Stefano.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, does he have the ring on in the photo?
I think
I
so.
think he does.
Oh. You know what? Side note, there's a part of me that would love to have a Stefano-esque photo of me.
I'm not surprised.
I mean,
I'm not surprised there's not a bigger part of you that would want that.
but I mean, but think about it. Like, wouldn't that, like, Tammy, like, if you were just like, as
Okay,
Stefano,
so
you have one.
fully transparent. So you probably don't know the movie Laura, but it's a film noir, and Laura has a portrait of herself in the living room.
Uh-huh.
And we were watching the movie, and I said to Ernie, I think it'd actually be kind of cool to have a portrait of myself. And he just kind of looked at me like,
Yes.
I don't know. It's just something about it.
See?
So you're not alone.
See? So can you imagine walking into your house and, like, there's a portrait of you very Stefano-esque, like,
And they do that on The Bold and Beautiful. Stephanie Forrester had a portrait of herself.
See?
you know?
Okay, I will say this.
Yeah.
So now everybody was hopping on the bandwagon. At first everybody was like, oh no.
Okay, I went back to my house in Denver, and my mom has a big picture of me blown out on her living room, one of the pictures I did. And at first it took me by surprise, like, oh my gosh, it's me. And then I kind of started getting used to it.
Michael Mattes, you want to hop on this bandwagon now and say that you...
I'm trying to save my laptop right now. I can't worry about self-portraits at the moment.
Is it saved? Is it
I think
okay?
so. It's working. I don't think it got...
It has a short circuit or anything like that? You know what? Put it in rice.
Okay. Put it in rice. It looks good, though.
It looks all right.
How's the keyboard? Is it sticky with the coffee?
No, it's good.
So-
We're all good.
This Candace Mack said, you should do it, Tony, and have it for the 5th anniversary of Dishin Days.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine if someone drew me as Stefano for the Oh, I feel like if I
mean,
put that
ask
out
them.
there...
They'll do it.
You should ask the fan.
Oh, well, I'm a little worried now. Because I feel like, you know, when we put stuff out there, it miraculously happens.
Yeah.
Like,
It'll
remember
probably be
when
done
I
by
said...
the end of the show.
Yeah. Well, listen, if somebody draws out there very well, feel free to go to my Instagram at Lounging with Tony, find a lovely photo, and go ahead and put me like this.
Put that ring on.
With the
Oh,
ring.
yes, with the ring.
With the ring.
Yes. And make sure my hair is up and coiffed and curly because, you know, very much like the likeness. Okay, if that happens, I swear I would, I don't
It'll
know
be
what I do.
everything.
I don't know what I would do. You should make one for each of them so that way I'm not alone.
Can I smile, though, in mine?
You know what? But I feel like yours wouldn't be like this, Chelsea. Yours would be like this.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it'll be a different pose. Everyone else's would be here, but Chelsea's would be here. Yeah. And you know, the hand just like this. Just bent to not like this, like high, but like this, like
I didn't have that.
Yeah.
my gosh.
Shoulder thing.
yeah. Oh.
Some of these show off the collarbone.
Yes,
Oh.
Tammy's very sophisticated.
Yeah.
Designer days.
So does that mean Michael Maz would just be like,
Yep.
There'd be a portrait of Bimby.
oh,
Yes.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what?
it would have to be my dog
Yeah.
is my proxy in pictures.
Actually, it should be very much like him, like very up and stoic with Bimby, him holding
Yes!
Bimby like
That's
this.
Dr. Evil
you
with the
go.
cat.
Yeah. That's you. There you go.
Yes.
All right.
That's
Anyway,
it.
we digress.
Oh my god.
All right. So that's all of that, right? We can move on to the next one.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Brady, Kristen, Nicole, Eric, Sarah, Xander, Mickey, Victor, Maggie.
Yeah.
Okay. So Xander and Victor are having a tough time keeping this secret covered because now Mickey needs a bone marrow transplant, which has freaked out Xander because he's like, they're gonna go get tested. Sarah and Eric are gonna go get tested to see if they're a match, and they're not gonna be a match because those aren't the parents. What are they gonna do?
Well, Xander's freaking out. He's like, oh my gosh. But I did love how he said, I love Maggie. I want to protect her, but this baby comes first.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you.
Yeah.
And he's doing whatever he can to protect the baby, including going to Brady and having Brady test Tate.
Right. You can't ask Brady.
Right.
Because
That's too much of a
That's
match.
too
You got to
much.
find someone in the family lineage.
Yeah.
Like you got to look up everybody's ancestry DNA and find out who's the closest. Like you can't get the 5th cousin. You got to ask the 4th cousin
and his
first.
second cousin,
Who?
Tate.
Tate?
The
Tate.
second cousin. I
They
think
went
so.
through they went through like how Tate would be related
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
baby like a cousin, but I don't know first cousin, second cousin, twice
Ooh.
removed. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know how that works. Like I'm at first cousin, and then everyone after that is just cousin.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we related somehow. I don't know where you fall.
You gotta feel bad for Xander showing up there trying to help the baby, and they're like, ugh, what do you want?
I know.
Like Eric,
Poor Xander.
Nicole, and Brady. Ugh, what do
But
you
Nicole
want?
was like, I will help too. So she
Well, right.
did.
Once they heard
Yeah.
his reasoning for
Yeah.
being there, they're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
of course we'll help. Well, of course we'll get
Well,
tested.
you would feel like after a year, it would just soften a little for like it's like I still hate you, but thank you for caring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's still this. What are you doing here? You know?
Well, and I noticed Eric was less shizzy
Don't-
as he
yeah.
usually is. He was a little more. He was
Oh.
nicer this week.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I actually don't mind you this week. Okay.
Well, because usually he busts through a door and is like, oh, is that is that the Eric voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was shocked though in the beginning of the week on Monday's episode where Eric and Nicole were just getting along.
So well.
Yeah.
So well. And I'm like, did we
Was
just
that-
skip through something?
You know, that was one of the moments like you had where it's like, did I miss something?
Yeah.
Because they were at odds, and then he and Sarah went to Boston. Now they're back, and it's like, okay, all's good
is
now.
well.
Yeah.
It just took maybe a little perspective, I guess. But
It was this week that was that last week that Kristen dropped the ball that they were together?
It was
That
this week.
It was this week.
It was
Yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Which is perfect.
Kristen was like, I am bonding with Brady. We're about to go to the gravesite. Oh, we found out the baby's name.
Rachel Isabel.
Rachel Isabel
So pretty.
Love.
Demara Black.
Yes.
Yeah, which I was like, y'all can get that baby someone's like Black. Like, it doesn't need to be Demara Black. It needs to just be Black. Although my niece has the same thing. She has the hyphenated names, and I almost looked at my sister and was like, make a choice. Like, the baby either need to be one or the other. It can't be both.
So we
But
know
there's too
where
many names.
Isabella came from, but where did Rachel come from?
Kristen's mom.
Kristen's mom.
Kristen's
so it's the
mom, okay.
moms. Rachel,
Rachel Blake.
Isabel, Demara Black.
Okay.
But I do like the bond that the fact that Brady and Kristen discussed what happened that night with the baby and the loss of their baby, that they are kind of bonding again. But just when you thought Kristen, had the softer side of Sears, she was just like, she sees Eric and Nicole and is like, oh, because they're together. And it's like, you didn't have
You
to.
could just
You could have just went to the gravesite and just been fine. You didn't have to drop a
Brady's
bomb.
face is just like the rolling
oh.
of the
Both of their
eyes
faces.
of like, oh.
And then, of course, classic Eric. That's okay. You don't have to watch Mickey
I
anymore.
know.
That baby
I'll
will
go
be
by
better with me.
myself.
And I'm like, oh, girl, here she go with her drama. She was just a lot. And then Nicole was just kind of like, ugh, I hate you, Kristen.
I know, right?
Much.
This bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she was thinking. Like, how dare you? We were having a moment and you ruined it.
I kind of forgot about Brady and Nicole pretending to be a couple until Kristen brought it up. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Also, you thank Kristen for bringing it up to remind you.
Right, kind of. I was like, oh, I needed that little reminder because I completely forgot.
Shade.
Well, we had that week where it was, there was a week where it was all a year
Mother's
before,
Day.
so I had forgotten what happened the previous week.
Mm.
My brain only so big.
Did everyone notice the longing looks that Sarah kept giving Xander all week?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of like I'm walking towards the elevator, but I'm gonna flip my hair one more time and just take a good look at you. And then,
Yeah,
like-
but then she ends up kissing Eric.
Yeah, that
And I
was
like,
odd.
what? Ugh.
That's weird because it looked to be like Nicole and Eric were
we're heading towards getting back together.
right, and then Xander and Sarah, and I was like, okay, no, they were gonna be, and then
Yeah.
Eric and her kissed again. I'm like, no, we did this once.
Because Eric's
no.
pouting, that's why.
Yeah. He's just upset with Nicole.
Exactly.
So she's doing it to shut him up.
Exactly.
Respect.
Well, I don't know. Are
Yeah.
we?
I love Xander and Sarah, but
The
yeah,
secret.
the secret that
Mhm.
no.
See, love in Salem is always tested,
Yeah.
and this is gonna be they test. If she will fully understand why he did what he did for the sake of her mother. Keep in mind that's her mother. So like, is she gonna have like a how dare you do this to me, or will she have an understanding because it's Maggie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She'll be mad at first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's
for
definitely gonna
sure.
be anger at first.
Well,
I think
they
it's gonna
all-
be she'll be angry, but then she'll realize it was for
The greater
of her-
good.
Her mother.
Aren't they always mad at first and then
Yeah.
they get over it?
That's the formula.
Well, welcome to Days of Our. Oh no, I don't know though. They may change up the formula. Now we
Right.
got a time jump, and now all kinds of stuff is happening.
Yeah.
Well, we shall see.
Victor and Maggie. There was that.
Oh,
Maggie
that
had
scene
a
between
sweet
Victor and
moment,
Maggie.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a sweet moment. Where
Yeah.
what did he say? Like, you are and will always be the most beautiful lady, woman.
Oh, Victor has tender moments.
He does, and that's like their relationship. Like, I remember when Mickey passed away, and then Victor started like bringing her flowers and doing all, and I was like, oh, Victor, oh, he's got a
Yeah.
soft
He can be a
side
gentleman.
for his lady. Yeah.
And I think in that moment you really do see Victor does love Maggie.
my gosh.
And he is going to
Yeah.
do anything to protect her.
Yeah.
Candace Mack said, question, do you guys truly believe Maggie caused the accident? Yeah,
I
because
do. Yeah.
As of now,
Yeah.
yeah.
As of now.
because we saw it last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did it.
Yeah.
Remember, we did a whole diagram of how it could happen. So yeah.
And even Sierra put into perspective with Will, because Will's wondering, wait, how is that even possible?
Well, you must have been directly behind
Yeah.
Maggie. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
I think so.
think
That's all,
so.
that's all I remember.
All right. So let's cover some business. Chelsea.
Yes. We just want to say thank you guys so much for making AfterBuzz TV the ESPN of TV talk. In order to help us grow, we ask please subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a rating on Apple Podcast, and leave us a comment. Again, we really just want to thank Kevin and Maria for creating AfterBuzz TV because we're able to engage with you guys as fans and do what we love.
This announcement brought to you by the kind folks here at AfterBuzz TV. All right, so let's keep it on moving. We have our tidbits. Sierra, Will, Sunny, and how do you say that?
You say it, Evanilla.
Evanilla. Because you get it, Evan is vanilla.
He is. Did you see? Have you watched?
She does.
Have you seen?
My mom doesn't watch. She attends all the
Well,
events
trust
with
me.
me, though.
Trust me. He's yeah. Anyway, so Sierra's with Will
Yes.
at the jail,
Proving,
telling
being
him
like, you're
telling him
innocent.
the story.
I did love that moment of him realizing he was innocent.
Yeah.
That
But
was
then
a great moment.
that was
him
great.
deciding, like, instead of exposing the truth, maybe jail is better.
Didn't we
Right.
have that conversation last
You
night?
did. You were like, yeah, I
We
think.
all- yeah.
Yeah. You were like, I don't want him
He's going
to
to play the martyr.
Yeah.
And Sierra made a good point. She said Maggie would want to know the truth. And nobody knows about the baby switch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So she could probably deal with, oh my God, I killed Adrian, but the whole baby
And
thing.
she even said Maggie would be the first person that would want you two together.
Yeah, back together.
Yeah.
So while they're dealing with that,
Meanwhile, back
Sunny
at
and
the bar.
Evanilla are getting freaky on the couch. And then
I don't get
Oh,
it.
too soon.
I
Like Sunny, like real what?
It doesn't resonate with me.
No,
either.
it doesn't resonate with
no.
me at all.
Okay, listen. It's been over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Him lonely. He has met another suitor
So he has an itch.
who is very nice and taking his time, not being too forceful, but not being too forceful. And it's that moment where you feel pretty again. Okay, so nobody's on that train.
I always feel pretty. What are you talking
I
about?
get where
To
you're coming
a
from.
certain extent.
Well, you're
It's just-
married. That's
but
why
you just,
you wake up to somebody every day.
but you got a divorce.
Lord help me. I do.
To go
No, I'm
from
kidding.
I just signed my divorce papers to now I'm gonna because it's Sunny and Will. I mean, I can see other couples sign the divorce people and then sleep with someone new that night. Fine, but it's Sunny and Will.
But remember, Sunny, and for all the Wilson fans that are watching, I'm not downing Sunny and Will. I like them together. However, I'm always a fan with open arms. So I think it's just that because we talked about this, Sunny has this push and pull because he truly loves Will, yet Will is responsible
For the death of
for
his
the
mother.
death of his mom. So it's been this struggle that he's had for over a year, and we've seen the jail visits where, like, I don't even think he really wants to go because he has that so heavy on his heart.
He couldn't even look at.
He can't look at him because it's like the whole reason why you're here is because you killed my mom. And it's like, how does one process that? So then now comes the divorce. People want them to work it out, but Will is kind of like, I can't hold on to you because I'm not getting out of here. So you have to go and live life. Here you go. Signed, sealed, delivered. Not filed yet, but here you go. Like, go live life.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Will just needs to just step up because the whole point that Sunny was telling Evan was not lost feelings, but Will and I were going down a different path as soon as he killed my mom.
Yeah.
And that's not true. So that's the point. That's just
I know.
And that's when Will just needs to step up. Like, Will, I know you want to be a good person and you're trying to protect Maggie, but there's a certain point, at least tell Sunny, look, this is really what's going on. Because
Oh,
Sunny is
boy.
going to be so upset with Will that so Sonny, yeah, I can't imagine what Sonny's going to go through, but Sonny's going to be like, I moved on with this other person, but you never really killed my mom. And then if you're holding this to protect Maggie, Sonny could also get upset thinking, do you not even care for us at all? Like, you're keeping these secrets and you're not even trying to fight for us?
But keep in mind, this is all still new.
Yeah.
He's not taking a dip in the pool. He's dipping his toe in to see what the weather's like. And that's okay.
Who's dipping?
Sonny.
He's not just dipping his toe in.
Well,
We don't know what happened behind that door.
not yet.
What do
Wait
you
till next
think?
week.
Oh, let me show you my herb garden. No.
It could very bad. Monday we could pop back and they're just like, so here I am. I built a playground for David. We don't know. Now, if they cut to Monday and they're like laying in bed, okay, well then we know what happened. But I feel like they're not there yet because I feel like Sonny is still figuring things out.
No, they're there.
What did you see?
Amber H in the chat room. Sonny's always up for some strange. Which is true.
Oh, I love that.
And they're also talking in the chat room about how Sonny doesn't learn his lesson, how he didn't learn his lesson with Leo. Like, don't be going after some strange, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if he had just dated the bartender guy with the man bun,
Oh, man, no.
No man bun.
No.
No man bun.
I'm
Down with man bun.
I'm just saying. All right, we're done with that one, right?
Yep.
All right, and then we have Gabby, Eli, JJ, and Lonnie.
Sorry.
Oh.
I got nothing. They set a wedding date, Valentine's Day, which is like 2 weeks away.
So it'll be a Valentine's Day massacre. Something's gonna go down on Valentine's Day.
Something always goes down at a wedding.
Yeah.
There are very few weddings that actually happen in Salem. You know what? If I lived in Salem and someone invited me to a wedding, nope. I'll be at the reception.
Yeah.
At least at the reception, I know
But you wouldn't
that
want
it happened.
You wouldn't want to see what's gonna. You wouldn't,
Absolutely not.
I'd
Nope.
wanna go.
I know.
Because there's no tell.
I'd wear a
Listen.
bulletproof vest.
Well,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because look, if you got invited to John and Marlena's wedding,
Oh.
look what happened to Marlena. Ain't nobody trying to be at that wedding. Mm-mm. Which wedding would y'all, for the drama of it all? Oh, you know what? The double wedding with Abigail and
the double wedding and Susan's fake wedding to John back in the Elvis
the
wedding.
90s.
Yeah.
Sammy
when
had
the
some
when the
good
teeth
weddings.
flew out. Yeah.
The first time the teeth flew out. Yeah.
Oh, Sammy's wedding when Carrie walked in and like slapped her,
Yeah.
Punched her.
punched her. That's
That
Sir,
I would
Cole
want to have
Cocker.
been there.
Okay, so now there's some weddings that I would be a part of. I'd be sitting in the pew,
The ones
eating
that didn't involve
popcorn.
guns and
Right.
people
Yeah,
getting
right.
shot.
I would have skipped the John and Marlena wedding. However, all the other weddings that we just mentioned, I would have been at.
Will and Sonny's wedding didn't have the only
Oh,
drama.
that was a
The only
beautiful
drama
one.
that Will and Sonny's wedding had was like I think something with the license, or like they didn't have the marriage license, and EJ had to do something because
Oh.
Sammy did something. And
I don't remember
that was
that.
it. But then the ceremony actually went off.
Without a hitch.
Well, until Carolyn Brady stood up,
She almost-
and everybody got a little worried because she was losing her memory a little bit, and she was telling the story, and they thought her speech was going this way, and then she just wrapped it around in a bow
was
very beautifully.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
That was the only
only drama.
Well, I don't think they wanted drama during Will and Sonny's wedding because
Yeah.
It was-
They had to
Peace.
make it.
they had to make it beautiful and lovely. Okay, anyway, back to Gabby, Eli, and JJ and Lonnie.
Oh, Eli had that dream about that he was marrying
Yes.
Lonnie. So he still got the feelings for Lonnie. He just doesn't want to.
And remember, Gabby said, you were laying there with this huge smile on your face. I'm like, well, girl, if you only knew what he was actually dreaming about.
Wasn't about you.
It wasn't you.
It wasn't you and your wedding day, I can tell you that. She seems very happy about it. I feel like he's kind of happy, but obviously deep down inside, he still has feelings for Lonnie, who is ducked around in a corner listening to everything. And JJ's kind of in the middle of like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Oh, they almost, because he answered the door and he said, this is not a good time. And they realized that he had
A
company.
lady. Oh, and she was making fun of her clothes, right? Or Gabby
Yeah.
was making fun of her clothes.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. Kind of cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she had no idea it was Lonnie.
What they should have wrote in was like, I'll send her a gift card for Gabby Chic. Now that would have been funny. That would have been hilarious.
Marlon Wallace, shirtless Eli always puts a smile on my face. So you go, Marlon
Well,
Wallace.
anybody who are showing all their muscles would put a smile on
Muscles.
anybody's face. The muscles.
Ouch.
There's that. So I feel like with the set of the wedding date though, that and with it being
There's
so
gonna
soon,
be
something's about to go
they
down.
can't get married.
It makes me nervous.
No,
Right?
they're not.
They're not
Well,
gonna
and
get married.
I hope
the
not.
app Julie's Heart thing that needs to be exposed already.
Yeah.
That needs
Well-
to be dealt with and finished.
That's what Gabby and JJ were talking about, and that's when they decided to bring in Theo. Possibly
Right, they did talk about Theo.
to kind of crack the code. And she's like, but that's it though.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time we gonna ask Theo to do something like this. That's it. So crack this code. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
But did they agree to bring him in or no?
They did.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. And then that's pretty much it with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that was your week of days as far as we remember.
What we can remember.
That was it. And now we are going to go into our segments, and we're going to start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! Okay, so listen. My 3 snaps goes to the person who realized in 2.5 seconds that the woman who has been parading around for a whole entire year as his mama isn't his mama. And it only took him 2.5 seconds to figure it out, while all the other residents of Salem are still trying to figure it out. So, Sean Douglas Brady, for figuring out that ain't your mama, and that's Princess Hope Gina, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! I feel like I would, because my mom is actually here, if my mom was acting strange, I would know it right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
And if for some reason we lived in Salem and Stefano had changed my mama into somebody else, I would know just like Sean Douglas knows. Because actually this week I've discovered that my mom and I are just alike. Which is very scary. But also great. But also hilarious. Yeah. All right. And now it's time for...
So this week it's going to Ms. Kristen Demara. Stacy is wearing this really beautiful snake print dress. It is the Clarkson dress by ALC. You can go on to Nordstroms.com to get this dress.
Is it sold out?
No, it's not.
Okay.
And it's actually got a significant price reduction because I think it retails for $4.95, but I think it's on sale for like $2 something.
Ooh.
So Nordstrom's has it, but this kind of print, the snakeskin print, is super popular.
Mm-hmm.
You can find dresses and all sorts of fun things like this, and it looks great, and I love it.
Is it weird that because I'm such a lover of Project Runway, I feel like it would look good shorter?
Well, it also depends on the frame.
Yeah.
I mean, Stacy's tall, so this looked great on her.
Oh, yeah, it did.
But like on me Chelsea's taller than me too. Yeah, I would want something
a shorter?
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Because this one's mid-calf.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be careful. If you're 5'3" and under, mid-calf cannot be a good thing.
Yeah. It's like a summer dress.
Yeah.
All right.
So that goes Designer Days.
And now it's time for... Caption that.
Okay, so
Great picture, by the way.
the effects of the little spill are taking their.
Oh.
So I don't have our rundown anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
I have
So-
We have it.
Okay, so this week's caption is courtesy of Marlena speaking into her phone with a gun pointed at her, and this week's caption goes to Nuke NEWC on Twitter with his caption, Siri, kill this bitch.
That's good.
That was it was simple,
That's good.
funny, and that was this week's
Caption that. All right. And now it's time for...
Aww.
All right, all moment of the week. Eric Martsolf and Stacy Hyduke brought it. Kristen and Brady, so cute when they were talking about their little girl. They named her Rachel Isabella. And I love it when Brady said, I got to only see her for a minute, but Kristen, she had your eyes.
Oh.
Aw. So you guys get my all moment of the week.
It was a sweet moment. Hey.
What?
It's like,
Aww.
And now shout out to Me World 2, who had his oh shiz moment of the week, which was Abigail and Chad discovering Stephen O's
Oh, yeah.
portrait. and their inner thoughts. So that has just been retweeted. There we go. That has just been retweeted, and thank you, Me World 2, for your oh shiz moment of the week. All right, and now it's time for some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
And after news and gossip, we're going to take a few phone calls, so be ready for that.
Be ready, yes. Well, it was announced 2 months ago, but now it's officially official that Days has been renewed for another season.
Yay!
So congrats to the cast and crew of Days, and we look forward to seeing what drama you can cook up in Salem for another year.
You know what I thought was shady, though? Was right after they said Days was renewed, that Young and the Restless said they've been renewed, but for 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
I said, ooh, y'all.
Okay,
That's
the reason
unheard of.
I know the reason YNR was renewed to get them through their 50th anniversary, because they're like
Got
at
it.
year like 46, 7, 8. So the 4 years to get them past their 50th.
Got it.
So
Okay.
that made sense, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, I noticed that too.
That was like, that's time.
All right, and just a reminder, you can help us celebrate our 5th anniversary with DISHIN Days Quintennial, and you can support the Los Angeles LGBT Center at the same time. Join us the weekend of March 21st and 22nd for our Quintennial event here in Burbank, California. Joining us will be Days stars Billy Flynn, Kate Manzi, Stacey Hayduke, Paul Telfer, Scott Shilstone, Eric Martzoff, Brock Kelly, and Jen Lilly. So we'll have a full house. $10 of every ticket sold will be donated to the Los Angeles LGBT Center. You can get all of the info and buy tickets at SpectrumCelebrityEvents.com.
The cutest thing was seeing Scott Shilstone's mom
Yeah.
tweeted about the event. And I was like, oh, that's support right there.
Right, yeah, that was funny. I saw that too.
Don't worry, y'all. My mom doesn't have a Twitter. She uses other people's social media to see what else is going on.
That's awesome.
It's true.
She's like, you. Coming up next week, you can party with Eric Martzoff and Brandon Barash in Montreal, Canada. Join the boys for a day of fun next Saturday, February 8th. Events include a VIP dinner and a karaoke dance party. For full info and to buy tickets, visit eventbrite.ca and search for Days of Our Lives.
Awesome.
And then Soap News Weekly, we are on Thursdays at 6:15 every week, so be sure to check Tami and I out.
Yes. Oh, well, and congratulations to the writing team of Days of Our Lives for their Writers Guild Award nomination. Our very own Michael Mattes was there on the red carpet with his camera. How was it? Was it
was all right.
It was good?
Yeah. It was kind of chill, but good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've never been to the Writers Guild Awards, so I wouldn't like. It's like, did you recognize anyone? Because Anna Gasteyer was the host.
Anna Gasteyer, she didn't walk the carpet though.
She was back there reading them notes.
Right.
That's what.
But there were some people there. Wendy McLennan, who you might know from Bridesmaids and Goldbergs, yeah, she was there. Lorraine Newman, who's been part of Saturday Night Live
SNL,
forever, was there, and Nico Santos from Superstore. So yeah, it was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Days didn't win. They lost out to Young and the Restless, but we all know that they are winners in our heart because this time jump has been absolutely everything. So if y'all didn't win the Writers Guild Award, you win the DISHIN Days Writing Writers Guild Award.
How about that?
How about that? All right, we are now going to take your phone calls. You can give us a call at 424-354-8302. That's 424-354-8302. Give us a call. Let's chat a little bit. Find out what you thought about this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives. Any comments, any questions. Try not to do no spoilers, though. There's that. Oh, we got a caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days.
Coming in hot.
Right? Coming in real hot. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Susan calling from Las Vegas.
Hey,
Hi, Susan from
hi,
Las
Susan.
Vegas.
How you
Just
doing,
wondering
Susan?
what you guys are up to today.
Well, you know,
know.
it's Super Bowl Sunday, so we're excited about J-Lo versus Shakira, and we decided to do this little show beforehand. What you doing?
Oh, just hanging out, you know.
What did you think
Beautiful.
about? Oh, is it beautiful in Vegas?
But I'm sorry. You know what, Tony? I can't hear you guys.
You
Uh-oh.
can't.
What did you say?
I said I thought you were gonna say it's beautiful here in Vegas.
It is. It's
Oh.
70-something degrees. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's how it's been here in LA too. What did you think about this week's episodes of Days?
I just can't get enough of Kristen and Brady.
Do you want to see them together?
Well, yeah. I mean, whether they're fighting or they're hugging, it doesn't matter. I just love them. I think they're great.
I
hope they get together.
I
All right. Well, listen, you guys have a good week. I'm going to take off now, okay?
You too. Bye, Susan.
Thank you,
She doesn't need our
Susan.
opinion.
Right. I kind of have to agree with seeing there's something about Kristen and Brady, even though through all their yuck, that they're kind of meant for each other.
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. I agree.
I agree.
Let's see what the
They
chat
really
feels.
are good for each other.
The
I
chat.
think so.
If you guys are in the chat room, let us know now what you think about. We're gonna have to say a prayer for Michael Mattis's. That means you're gonna have to go to the Apple Store. Oh, good luck, girl. In the comments, let us know what you think about Kristen and Brady getting back together. And we have a caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Happy Super Bowl, guys. It's
Hey,
me,
me
World.
world.
Hi,
Oh,
Me
hello, me
World.
world.
So, I guess we all agree that Marlena and Heidi switch places, right?
Well, there's a thought. We don't agree, but there's a thought that maybe, but not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's Hattie, but for 2 seconds I did think that, what if it's Marlena?
Mm-hmm.
But I still think it's Hattie.
Yeah, I think it's Heidi too. I wasn't sure that it was Heidi until I saw the closed caption, and I usually watch the show with the closed caption. So, but if it is Heidi, I think the closed caption ruined a good surprise.
Yeah.
I just still think that it was somebody who worked at the closed caption. Side note, I almost signed up for one of those jobs.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Burbank.
Oh, me too. It's probably the same company. I was like, I can watch TV and type and be like, dip, 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 dip. But I just think it's somebody there who, probably whatever script or whatever they get, they're just typing it. It was like 3 a.m. They ready to go home. And they were just like, Hattie and Marlena, bye. And then of course as fans, we're like, is that a clue? You know.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Well-
Thank you, Me World, and thank you for your old shiz moment of the
Always,
week. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate it.
Of course.
Shout out, and I'm really working hard on those videos.
Listen, we can tell.
They're amazing. They really are.
We appreciate that. That's why we retweet them every week.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks.
Me
I
World.
appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Bye, me world.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Oh, is that another caller? Yes, it is. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's
Hello,
DISHIN Days.
is this Days of Our Life?
Yes, this is
Hi.
it. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Shanae Felix.
Hi, Shanae.
Well, how you doing? Where
I'm
you?
watching you guys now.
Well, we live. It's
Yes,
happening
I'm
now.
watching you guys on YouTube. I put it on my big fat screen TV.
I
Oh.
love it. I love it. Where are you
Yeah,
calling
that's why I
from?
had to pause the TV.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Staten Island.
Okay,
Staten
Staten
Island.
Island. All right.
wow.
So what did
Staten
you?
Island, New York.
Yeah.
I hear that New York accent now. What did you think about this week's episodes of Days?
I think it was good. Although Xander lied to Sarah, I still believe in them.
I do too.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah, I think that.
They're gonna go through a difficult, rough patch, but
Uh-huh.
they're gonna work through it. Just like how Nicole and Eric is going through a
Yeah.
difficult, rough patch because of Nicole lying to him about a baby that is supposedly not, that isn't his, I should say,
Yeah.
but he thinks it's his.
Yeah, which.
So if he could forgive Nicole, Sarah could forgive Xander sooner or later.
Yeah, it'll take some time. Who's your favorite couple
Yeah.
on the show?
I like Sarah and Xander
Yeah.
as my couple, and I love Kristen and Brady. Those are my 4 favorite couples.
Oh, those are good. Those are good.
And my other couple is Stefan and Gabby.
Oh,
we
Gabby
love
is
them.
gonna go through
Yeah.
heartbreak
Yeah.
when the truth come out, Stefan will be back for her.
that couple was that was a good one.
Yeah.
I really wish they would have taken more time to explore
too.
that. But you know, it's soap opera.
Yeah,
they gotta keep
Stefan
them on our
and
toes.
Gabby gonna get back together.
Yeah.
She just has to go through a difficult, rough patch, and then Stefan will come to her rescue again.
Oh Lord, that'll shock all of us because he ain't got no. Guess what happened to Stefan?
Dead.
Yep. No heart. Well,
Yeah.
well,
The only time Stefan has a heart is when it comes to her.
this is true. Aww. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and thanks for watching us live. We appreciate you.
Okay, hopefully I
Thank
can
you.
call you again next week. But
Yes.
We'll be
Call on in. We'll be here doing this live again.
yeah, I'll save your number on my phone.
That's so great.
Well, we'll talk to you next week then.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Let's take one more caller, and then we'll wrap things up. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You are on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Mike Riley from New York.
Oh,
Hi,
Mike Riley. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. How's everyone?
We're
Good.
doing great. What did you think of this week's episodes of Days?
I agree with Chelsea. You know, I thought this week was a little kind of in the middle, better at the beginning part of the week, and then kind of Friday was a little whoop. But I would like to put out in the universe. Now, I'm not someone that reads spoilers. I'm with you guys. I want to see things unravel as they happen.
Yes.
However, this thought has been in the back of my mind. I really do hope that it was Maggie that caused the accident, only because I'd rather see Suzanne Rogers have that material and have to deal with the grief and the aftermath and really like chew into those scenes. But they introduced Summer for such a short time.
Yeah. It's like you're wondering.
There has to be more to that story.
Yeah.
So if they use Summer as a cop-out, like, you know, she was in front of Maggie or she was chasing Maggie was chasing after her or something, I'll be really, really upset. I really
ran her
want
off the road or
Suzanne to be the focus of that story, not Summer.
But see, so, you know, last week we pulled down the invisible diagram and I did a whole PowerPoint presentation. And Summer left long before. So Summer was like long gone before Maggie got drunk and then got behind the wheel. And if it was Summer that was driving, there was no way that they were able to have the accident and then have her like slump Maggie's body into the driver's seat and then she like hides back in the bushes. So I think the only reason why they had Summer was so it started the snowball effect of Maggie falling off the wagon, then having her get into the car, then having the accident happen, and then the baby loss, and then Haley died. Like Summer was just a catalyst to start the chain of events that happened next.
Yeah.
I hope so, but listen, if they use the same timetable or means of transportation that Gina and Steve used to get back and forth from
The Salem Concourse.
and it should have taken like a millisecond for Maggie to catch up. Two more little things.
Yes.
Tami, I laughed last week when we wanted to keep the phone call short, and I said I struggled with that, and I heard you say, "Yes, you do." When I watched that back, because I'm like,
Shady Sunday.
It's the truth.
Shady Sunday.
Did I say that?
Shady Sunday.
I mean, it is so true.
Shady Sunday.
And then no, it was funny. It's true. I'm not gonna lie. And then the next thing I want to say is to Tony's mother.
Oh.
You raised a great kid. Tony. When you look at Tony's someone that built up this show. It was a little teeny weeny show, and now he's got all these fans and supporters. And just watching him on social media, Tony is not someone that waits for opportunity. He makes opportunity for himself, and he really pushes and pushes and pushes. And I admire his tenacity, and I'm sure that has 100% to do with you. So I just want to say you should be very, very proud of your son. And he's got a really nice lunchbox too.
Yeah. Mike Riley, they have seen the lunchbox this weekend because I've been carrying it around. So I haven't told them the story, but Mike Riley is the one that sent me the lunchbox. Yeah. So,
Mike Riley,
yes.
you get my all moment of the week.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to play this moment back. My mom is.
Do I have to sing the song?
If you
You don't want to hear that. That's before you hang up the phone. Well, listen, guys, you have a great weekend.
Thank you, Mike Riley. Thank you so much. Oh, bye. Oh, that was a great moment. Thanks, Mike Riley. I appreciate that. All right, so that's it.
Yeah.
That's our show.
Oh, the
Yes,
promo.
let's do the promo.
Oh, but before we go, thank you. If you guys don't want to see the promo, turn your radio down, turn your iTunes down, turn your YouTube down. We're about to show you a sneak peek at what's to come next week on Days of Our Lives.
Ooh.
I'm in love with you.
I forgive you.
Oh.
I think we deserve another chance.
Okay,
Jill,
well,
that was beautiful.
those are some powerful
That
words.
was so beautifully done.
Now, allegedly, there is a 30-second promo
Yes.
that's out on the Twitter field, and we'll retweet it so that way you can watch that promo too. That was the promo that we're allowed to show.
Oh, I just got butterflies.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at that. He forgave. She's
Yes.
in love. And let's
give
give
it
this another shot.
Oh my
Look
God.
at this. Look at that.
It's
Now,
because it's February. It's Valentine's.
Day
Love is in
and
the
love
air.
and Black History Month, like all of it's great.
Yeah.
But we're going to see what's happening because you know there's going to be a however comma after the
Right,
love.
of course.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
something's going to happen. And we're going to be here next week to break it all down for you. Next week is a very special episode. Why? Because it's our anniversary show. February 8th, 2015, we started this lovely show, and next week we're going to take you a little down memory lane, and there'll be some surprise visitors joining us for that show. But before we head out,
Yes.
Michael Mattes,
Yes.
tell the kind of folks where they can cyber stalk you.
Best Buy to get a new laptop.
If you would like to donate,
Yes,
Donate.
please.
to the help Michael Mattes
Help.
get a new laptop so that he can continue doing the rundown.
You know what? It had a good 10 years.
It had a good team.
You know what?
Good run.
Oh no.
Anyway, we'll see. You can find me on Instagram at MLMattis and on Twitter at MLMattis1.
And you can find me on Instagram at Chelsie Overocker and on Twitter at Chels Overocker.
And you can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia and Insta Tami.Goveia.
And you guys can find all of us on Facebook and Instagram, DISHIN Days and _DISHIN Days on Twitter. And you can find Lil Ol' Me on all social media platforms at loungerwithtony.com. Mom and Kathy, thank you so much
for being
joining
here.
us.
Hope you enjoyed it.
You survived this wacky show. I can tell on my mom's face, we're going to have a lot to talk about. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, and we'll see you next week for another full recap of Days of Our Lives. Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.